I want to speak to you today about God's manifest presence. Oh, I tell you, revival is when God comes and visits His people and He makes Himself known and He manifests Himself to His people. David was one of God's leaders, and he knew the need to have God's manifest presence. In fact, the Philistines had captured the ark, and David wanted to bring it back because he knew historically that was the place where God had manifested Himself, and that was where their victory came from. It came from God being with them and manifesting Himself to them. And so he wanted to bring the ark back to Israel. Now, there was a reason, because he knew that Moses, in Exodus chapter 25 and verse 22, Moses, God had spoken to him and said that he would be there and would meet with him. And so he knew that was the source of his victory. And so that's why he wanted to bring it back. But there's something that's different about David and the presence of God and the manifest presence of God and the Ark of the Covenant being back in Israel. You see, it was localized. It was, when he brought it back, of course, it was put into the temple. But for us today, the presence of God is everywhere. There's nowhere that you can go except that He is there. I can turn around and I can look at this beautiful sight and I can see the glory of God. But God wants to manifest Himself in our lives, wherever we go, whatever we do. He wants to be there and be real to us. And so we need to call upon Him. That's why we seek Him, because He is there with us and He wants to manifest Himself. And that's the moment that we will see victory. Because you see, it's not like David back in the old days where it was just in one spot where the glory of God was. Because Jesus died on the cross, He gave us all access into the very manifest presence of God, so you can know God's presence wherever you are.